It started with a post. "Some women stay because love doesn't pay the mortgage," she wrote. A clever sentence, sharp enough to draw sympathy, designed for applause. The comments rolled in fast. Hearts, fire emojis, support from her small digital choir. A few women called her brave. One asked if she was okay. I replied only 2 words: "So brave." Then I logged off. She came home later humming, pretending. I pretended too. We moved through the same rooms like strangers bound by paperwork and furniture. That night, while she scrolled through her phone, I stared at the light flickering against her face. I thought about how easily the internet becomes a stage, how some people perform their pain before they even feel it. When she fell asleep, her screen dimmed beside her. A message still open at the top. "Daniel, Golden Law Group, we'll get you everything you deserve. Everything." I lay awake until morning. And by sunrise, I knew exactly what she would deserve. Her golden lawyer, as they called him, was one of those men who smiled for cameras and clenched his jaw offstage. Rich, arrogant, and loudly ethical. The type that confuses charm with power. They'd met at her firm's conference. She told me about him once, how smart he was, how confident. The way she said his name had an echo I didn't like. I didn't accuse her. I just watched. The messages between them were cautious at first. Then they weren't. Hidden meetings, encrypted apps, a hotel room charged to consulting expenses. I kept the evidence clean. Screenshots, recordings, financial traces. All dated, all timed, all legal. There's a point when betrayal stops hurting and starts teaching. I studied her. Every lie, every habit, every way she looked at me when she thought I didn't know. Her lawyer promised her freedom, a new life, half of mine. She thought she was walking into a courtroom battle. She didn't realize I'd already started a quiet war months ago. I built my case the way she built her lies, carefully, quietly. Corporate access logs, property records, deleted texts she thought were gone forever. It's funny how people forget what Wi-Fi remembers. I found the shell account he set up for her, money hidden under a fake consulting firm. Found his messages offering her strategic guidance on how to drain me clean during the divorce. They called me dull, predictable, the kind of man who wouldn't notice the knife until it was in his back. They forgot I made my living noticing what others hide. I made no accusations, no fights, just silence. The kind of silence that makes people confess without realizing it. She began over-explaining, telling me where she was, who she was with, why her phone battery was low. The details gave her away. Guilt always over-communicates. Every night I took notes. Every morning I smiled. By the time her attorney drafted the divorce petition, my file on both of them was already complete. The next day, her golden lawyer called her. I was in the kitchen when she answered. Her voice trembled, confused, then quiet, then panic. "What do you mean they faxed something over?" Pause. "Who did you make an enemy of?" Her hand shook so hard she dropped the phone. I already knew what it was. 60 pages, faxed to his office, his firm, his wife. Copies of every message, every payment, every late-night hotel charge. And at the top, his own digital signature confirming receipt of funds from her fake company. Bribery, conflict of interest, career-ending material. He called again. She didn't answer. I could hear his voicemail through the speaker, his voice cracking. This is bad, Claire. You don't know who you're dealing with." I poured myself a drink, didn't say a word. She looked at me like she'd never seen me before. Maybe she hadn't. She begged to know what I'd done. I didn't explain. I didn't need to. I just said, "You made a public statement." I responded privately. The rest she'd learned through consequences. Her lawyer resigned within 24 hours. His firm suspended him. His wife filed for separation. Her freedom turned into isolation overnight. Her friends, her online audience, gone. Bravery doesn't trend for long when the story collapses. She tried to talk to me again, desperate for mercy. I gave her none. I only said, "Some debts aren't paid with money," and walked out. Weeks later, I saw her post again. A photo of an empty glass and the caption, "Some lessons cost more than you think." No likes, no comments, just silence. I didn't feel pride, just balance. People think revenge is fire. It isn't. It's frost. You freeze everything, emotion, hope, memory, until all that remains is clarity. I deleted every file that night, closed the folder, emptied the trash. Then, for the first time in months, I slept. She wanted to show the world my weakness. Instead, I taught her what silence can do. The next morning, I looked in the mirror and thought,